Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is my 1983 Mitsubishi Starion project car. I've been through a lot over the last 5 years trying to get it back on the road. If you need an update, please check out my YouTube shorts or TikTok. Unfortunately, it needs a new engine, so let's get right into it. A special thanks to my friends Garrett and Subi for helping me trailer the car and move it into my shed after I moved. Unfortunately, the car was sitting looking like this for about a year and a half until I started working on it again. More about that and why it needs a new engine in my previous YouTube short video. Now, I didn't film this part, but I pulled some photos from an old StarQuest.net forum post, and basically you remove the shifter plate, drive shaft, speed sensor, the slave cylinder, all the bell housing bolts, and then finally the transmission mount. Now, this is not the easiest thing that I've ever done by myself, but by the end of it, I had an engine that I could start to disconnect from the rest of the car. So the first step that I took in getting everything undone was removing the engine mount bolts. There's two on each side that kind of bolt into the engine cradle where the suspension is, so we get out the driver's side. Then on the driver's side we also have the AC compressor, which I unbolted from the block, but I decided to leave it in the car, and then there's a bunch of wires in there. And we'll see if how I have this mess set up will come back to bite me in the butt in terms of putting the new engine in. Moving on to the passenger side, you can see there's some other things that we'll need to take off. Oil lines, water lines near the turbo, and then also the passenger side engine mounts. Again, two bolts on either side. They're not the easiest thing in the world to get to. You can see me fighting with this one with just an open-ended wrench. Which was not working. So naturally, I moved on to use a stubby wrench of the same size, and it worked perfectly fine. So, I think that means bigger's not always better. Big reminder to always label every nut and bolt you take off, put it in a bag, put it to the side, and keep your workstation very, very clean. At this point, I have everything disconnected, and we can start to free up some space, pull the car out, and use this engine hoist that I bought on Facebook Marketplace to yank the thing out. Very quickly into lifting the engine out, I learned that the exhaust would become a problem because this is clearly not a stock exhaust. It is all one piece somehow. I also decided to take off my brand new to me 83 hood scooped hood so that I wouldn't injure it, and then I would also have a whole lot more room to pull the engine out. Like a big dum-dum, of course there were some things that I forgot about because I wasn't going step by step on a nice list, and one of those being the throttle cable. So I can go ahead and kind of unscrew that, get it loosened up, and then pull it out of the way. Time to go back up. Of course, again, there was another little wire that I forgot to disconnect. Check this out. 86. That's crazy. There's also some, whatever this is, not good. Put it on the engine stand and we'll get the new one in. Well, we've done it. Got it on the engine stand, and this is a mess inside the engine bay and outside. So let's do a little bit of cleaning before we put the new one in. Oh, hell yeah, dude. This car's paying for itself. You kidding me? What? It'll be nice when this thing moves under its own power. All right, we've got her moved out enough to bring in the good stuff. You'll never guess what I used as a tripod there. We got the engine hoist set up, we got the car ready, and we got the tarp off the motor. Time for the big reveal. Pachow! Yep, it is another stock 1983 Mitsubishi Starion motor, stock, turbo, everything. Same thing. We're just gonna try it again, all right, folks? Trust me. You can see it's already mated to another manual 5-speed transmission. It's already got the ECI, everything else hooked up. Let's do it. That is horrible. I don't know what that is, but I suppose I won't take it off. I suppose I shouldn't reuse that exhaust flange. Here's the inside of the turbo. Won't be needing that anymore. Okay, so I got the motor mount from the passenger side swapped over from the old one, and I'm gonna need to lift up the motor to get the driver's side one on. But as you can see, it is quite dark out at this point, so I think I'm gonna call it and lift this thing up and put it in tomorrow. Okay, I lied. Now we got the motor hooked up. You can see I put it here on this, where the idler pulley bracket will go on this side, and then around on this side on this top AC mount bracket. So we'll see if that works and doesn't make anything fall apart. And we'll try to shoehorn it in there and hook everything up tomorrow. Guten tight, guten tight, guten tight, guten tight. So it is the next morning. It is raining, but got the motor mounts installed on both sides. So we're gonna start jacking it up, getting it in the car. I have no idea if this is gonna work. So this is where we're at. I have a limiting factor. Not sure if this is good progress or bad progress, but let's find out. If you have a keen eye, you may have noticed that I did not remove the AC compressor from the old motor, and this one didn't come with one, so we'll see if that was a mistake or not, but I don't know, we're about halfway there, probably the easy half. Okay, so I think I'm at the point now where I'm gonna have to start supporting the transmission from that side in order to level out our load a little bit and make some real progress downwards. But I think we're close, knock on wood. Okay, we are getting really close now. You can see that I'm literally shoehorning it to keep it away from the heat shield, but thought about removing the radiator, but I think we'll have enough space. Let's do it. So I just got this ECI top hat switched over from the new one to the old one, so it's good I have an extra one. I just left these finger tight because I have a feeling I'm probably going to need to rebuild it or clean the injectors again. But now it's basically time to start doing everything that I did to unhook it in reverse. So I'm going to start down here with the transmission mounts, get all that bolted up again, and then I'll move up to the motor mounts and all the plumbing and wiring after that. So last night I was looking here in my 1983 Mitsubishi Starion factory service manual, which has been a great tool to have throughout this. And if you go to chapter 9, engine, there's literally a step-by-step engine replacement instructions. And I just want to say that would have been really nice to know before I started this. All right, finally, I've got the engine in the car. Now it's time to see if I hooked everything up properly and if it'll start. So I first verified spark from the coil, but I wasn't getting anything down to the plugs. It turns out, for some reason, whoever had the new engine previously took the rotor out of the distributor. Once I got that reinstalled from the old engine, well, see for yourself. All right, go ahead. You make it like another short spritz. Yeah. All right, hold on. Nice. That's all we need.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
We have a car later. Clearly, I still have a lot to polish up and finish connecting, including the shifter, the interior, the fuel, before it'll start and run on its own. But I'm really excited, and I just wanted to thank everyone for watching this video. I'll see you soon.